Hey guys, I am Dr. Anthony Gustin here to help clear up the difference between keto, Atkins, and paleo. So everyone thinks that ketogenic diet is just Atkins because that's what the whole low carb phenomenon was many, many years ago. That's not the case. And so Atkins diet, what is the Atkins diet? Dr. Atkins is a guy who came out saying that if you want to be healthy, what you have to do is basically just reduce carbohydrates. So just being low carb in general can actually put you in a really bad place, this crazy purgatory of metabolism where you're restricting carbohydrates but not enough. So your body is not using fat for fuel, but it's also not using carbohydrates for fuel. So you need to really restrict carbohydrates, but make sure that your body's producing ketones for fuel, so that way you get into a state of ketosis. So being in ketosis is using those breakdowns of fat for energy. And so what happens a lot on an Atkins-based diet, and you just kind of eat generally low carb, but not tracking your ketone levels, especially at the beginning, is that your body can go, okay, I don't have really enough carbohydrates to do anything, but not enough where I have to make ketones, so I don't really have any energy source. So you feel like crap for a very long period of time. Not only that, but there's no quality control in Atkins. This is where the kind of punchline where if somebody's eating tons of bacon and burger and cheese or whatever just without the bun, oh yeah, it's Atkins, it's healthy. Not the case. So we're totally removing food quality from it. The ketogenic diet and being in a state of ketosis is actually looking at the levels of fat breakdown in your bloodstream, so levels of ketones that your body's running on. So now we go, okay, so we've limited carbohydrates, and now we can literally tell in our bloodstream that our body is using fat breakdown for fuel. That's a really good thing. So not only is the fuel source way cleaner, ketones have a lot of signaling molecule effects. So for instance, it helps decrease inflammation and do a lot of other really awesome things in your bloodstream and in your body that we do want. And so it's a way healthier version of Atkins, not just because we're reducing the carbohydrates more, but because we're actually having the ketones do way more than just provide energy to the body. So huge step up. However, where people get into a really tricky spot here is that they still are not looking at food quality. So when you're eating a really low quality diet, you can still be in a state of ketosis, but it can still be really unhealthy for you. So the level of ketones in your blood don't really tell you if you're healthy or not healthy. So the next one that has kind of been a huge surge of popularity in the last 10, 20 years is the Paleo Diet. So the Paleo Diet is eating a diet which is rich in a lot of foods that our ancestors would have eaten. So a lot of things that just don't spoil. So a lot of food quality here, and that's really, really important. So people have had a lot of progress with that, but here's what doesn't happen. We don't have any restriction on the types of carbohydrates or the types of foods within a whole food diet. So what happens is that our society now has overeaten sugar and carbohydrates. And so even if you eat real food and overeat a lot of carbohydrates in that real food paradigm, you're eating bananas, you're eating apples, you're eating potatoes and plantains. It's a great direction, and you did a really good job going from really processed food to eating that. However, if you're metabolically damaged, you've been eating a lot of carbs your whole life, you're not going to fix the problem if you even go to Whole Foods and eat those carbs. Definitely a step in the right direction, but we don't have that metabolic healing effect as we do with the ketogenic diet when we remove carbohydrates entirely. So my suggestion is kind of a blend between these things and doing kind of like a modified paleo keto, or what I like to call a keto plus diet, which is taking the quality version of eating real foods of a paleo diet and mapping that onto a ketogenic paradigm. And so you're eating whole foods that also put you in a state of ketosis. So you're getting the metabolically healing effect, you're getting burning fat as a fuel, you're getting all the weight loss benefits, the best of both worlds. And so that's what you need to do to make the ketogenic diet healthy, as well as to make the paleo diet the best probably for you. And so if you have any questions about difference between low carb, high fat, Atkins, paleo, this stuff can be really confusing. Just pop it below in the comments and I'll answer every single one of them. As well as if you send me a message on Instagram, I answer all of those at Dr. Anthony Gustin, and we'll see you guys next time.